Teacher Funeral Services and First Christian Church in Johnson City are teaming up to sponsor the GriefShare Program in September and November. Laura Graham and Steve Hill join us to discuss this important program for those that have recently lost friends or loved ones. Thank you all for being here today.
Thank you.
And let's start. The first one is happening September 4th and another session on the 11th, and is about the loss of a spouse. Tell us about this program.
Yes. Well, this is specifically designated for losing a spouse.
Right.
It will be a one-time event, but we're going to have it 4 different times to give people opportunity to come if their schedules don't allow them.
Right.
On September 4th. We'll have it at 10 a.m. and 6:45 p.m. And then again on September 11th, it will be at 10 a.m. and 6:45 p.m. And it will be held at Teacher Funeral Services at 3001 People Street in Johnson City.
Right out there in North Johnson
Yes.
City. And Steve, for you, this is a partnership with Teatrick and First Christian. Why did y'all feel it was important to get involved in this?
Well, we've been offering GriefShare groups for years and years, and a couple of years ago we got talking, and they did Surviving the Holidays, and so we got together, and it's been a good relationship.
And through this relationship, I know that you're helping out, but have you learned things through the GriefShare?
Oh yes. In fact, I would mention my wife passed away 4 years ago this coming Thanksgiving. She and I led GriefShare groups for several years before that, and so this has been near and dear to my heart all along.
All right, very good. And coming up on September the 18th, running through December, 13 weeks of GriefShare. Give us an overview of that program.
Well, it's a general grief if you've lost a friend, if you've lost a loved one, or if you've lost a spouse. Anyone that has lost someone that's very important to them in their life. And as Steve has said other times, they may have lost their loved one several years ago, and they're just now to the point where they can start to deal with it and to receive the help that the GriefShare program could give to them.
And people mourn.
Yes.
In so many different ways. They express their grief in so many different ways. And this is a program that tries to help them along in that process.
That's something we try to encourage everybody, that we all grieve in our own way.
Right.
And we have loved ones and friends that give us advice, and they're so well-meaning. But this program encourages us to find our own way, and to go through it that way. It's 13 weeks. Each session stands on its own. So a person can join in anytime along the way. If their work schedules interfere, they can come and go, and each session will be meaningful.
And then we transition. You're already looking ahead to December. The holidays will soon be upon us. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. It's coming up soon. But surviving the holidays, especially if you've lost someone, that can be a very, very tough time to deal with the loss of a loved one.
Yes, it's going to be Monday, November the 11th, and all of the classes or sessions will be held at Teacher Funeral Services. So we're going to do it at 10 a.m. and at 6:45 p.m. So if you work and you'll just be able to come at night, you can do that. We want to make it available to as many people as possible to be able to attend it.
Is there still plenty of room left in all of these sessions for folks that want to get involved?
It doesn't matter if we have 100. We have the room.
It helps us to pre-register, and there are ways to do that, but we just want folks to come.
All right. I'm going to give everybody some information on it. Thank you all so much for coming by and sharing this with us. The information right here, GriefShare Program, loss of a spouse on September 4th and the 11th. The 13-week GriefShare Program starts on September the 18th and runs through December 11th. And Surviving the Holidays begins right there at 11:11. If you need more information, give that number right there a call, or check out that website right there for GriefShare.